The more we try to control everything, the less peace we feel. It's a quiet paradox of the spiritual life. The tighter we hold on to our schedule, our emotions, and everyone's expectations, the faster our patience slips through our fingers. And on the days when the noise piles up, emails, responsibilities, unexpected frustrations, our hearts can feel stretched thin before the morning even ends. If you're feeling overwhelmed or tired of being pulled in too many directions, you're not alone. Many of us carry a quiet exhaustion that we rarely admit. In moments like these, Mary's life in Nazareth offers a gentle light. She lived a simple, hidden life full of ordinary tasks, yet Scripture shows her holding a steady, trusting heart. Her patience wasn't loud or heroic. It was built from small, faithful choices. As if Mother were comforting us, her example invites us to remember that quiet strength doesn't come from doing more, but from trusting more. She teaches us that patience grows in the space we create between what stresses us and how we choose to respond. So today, let's practice a small step toward that space. Before you respond to the next moment of stress, an unexpected problem, a tense conversation, a wave of irritation, pause for just one deep breath. Feel your shoulders gently lower. Let the breath become a reminder that you don't need to solve everything instantly. This single pause is not weakness. It's an act of inner grounding, a moment to let grace settle your heart. Do it once, and if you forget, simply try again. Every small pause is a seed of peace. Lord, grant me the grace to stay calm in heavy moments. Help my heart rest in your steady presence. Tomorrow, we learn to walk steadily through uncertainty. Yesterday, we asked for the grace to stay calm when life feels heavy. From that quiet pause, we take another small step, learning to trust when the path beneath us suddenly shifts. The truth is, unexpected changes can shake us more than we admit. A plan falls apart, a conversation goes differently than we hoped, or a door we relied on quietly closes. Even small disruptions, traffic jams, delays, sudden responsibilities can unsettle the spirit and make us feel unprepared. When life doesn't follow the script we wrote in our minds, worry often rushes in before trust has a chance to speak. In moments like these, Mary offers us a gentle anchor. Scripture tells us of her journey to Bethlehem, a journey she didn't choose, at a time that couldn't have been more inconvenient. Yet she walked with quiet trust, step by step, not knowing how everything would unfold. Her example doesn't demand perfection from us. Instead, as if Mother were simply accompanying us, she invites us to breathe and surrender the illusion that we can control every turn of the road. Her faith teaches us that trust is not the absence of fear, but the willingness to keep walking with God even when the map suddenly changes. So today's practice is simple. Name one unexpected change that crossed your path. Say it honestly in your heart. No polishing, no hiding. Then offer it briefly to God. Just a short moment. Lord, this surprised me. Please walk with me through it. This small act of naming and offering is how trust begins to grow. It turns the sharp edges of the unexpected into an opening where grace can enter. Lord, guide me when my path changes. Help me lean on your presence more than my plans. A deeper surrender awaits in the next reflection. Yesterday, we reflected on trusting God when life shifts unexpectedly. From that place of trust, we take another gentle step into the deeper work of surrender, because surrender is often where peace quietly begins. Many of us carry more tension than we realize. We replay conversations, anticipate problems, and try to plan our way out of discomfort. The desire to stay in control is human, yet it slowly drains the peace we long for. Even when nothing dramatic is happening, the mind can stay clenched, always preparing for what might go wrong. This hidden strain can exhaust the heart long before the day is over. Into this struggle, Mary offers a quiet, steady light. Her yes at the Annunciation was not a loud or fearless moment. It was humble, honest, and surrendered to a future she could not fully see. She didn't receive a complete roadmap, only the assurance that God was with her. As if Mother were simply standing beside us, her example invites us to stop gripping every outcome so tightly. Her life teaches us that surrender is not giving up. It's choosing to trust that God can hold what we cannot. So today, let's practice surrender in a small, tangible way. Take a piece of paper and write down one worry that keeps circling in your mind. Don't analyze it, just name it. Then place the paper somewhere out of sight, in a drawer, a book, even under a candle. Let this simple act become a symbol of releasing what you've been holding too tightly, a reminder that not everything needs your constant attention. This gentle gesture is a way of telling your heart, I don't have to carry this alone. Lord, help me surrender what I struggle to hold. Teach me to rest my worries in your faithful love. Tomorrow brings a lesson in slow, steady growth. Yesterday, we practiced surrendering the worries we grip too tightly. From that place of release, we take another gentle step, learning to appreciate slow, steady growth, the kind that doesn't draw attention but quietly shapes who we are. So often, we expect spiritual progress to feel dramatic. We want instant clarity, immediate peace, quick breakthroughs. And when growth doesn't look that way, we assume we're failing. But most of the time, real transformation feels subtle. It happens underneath the surface, in the hidden places of the heart, long before we notice any change. This can be discouraging, especially when life already feels heavy or when old patterns return after we thought we'd outgrown them. In these moments, Mary's life offers a grounding reminder. So much of her holiness unfolded in silence and ordinariness, in the daily rhythms of Nazareth, far from crowds or praise. Scripture gives only glimpses, yet those glimpses reveal a life faithful in small, unseen acts of love. As if Mother were quietly encouraging us, her example tells us that holiness doesn't need to be dramatic to be real. God often works like a slow sunrise, gentle, steady, and patient. Today's practice is simple. Spend one quiet minute acknowledging that slow progress is still progress. Let that minute become a small sanctuary. You don't need to fix yourself or analyze anything. Just breathe and let your heart rest in the truth that God is working, even when you feel ordinary. This small act of awareness helps soften the pressure we put on ourselves and allows grace to do its quiet work. Lord, bless the quiet steps that shape my heart. Help me trust the steady growth you are guiding within me. Tomorrow, we rediscover joy, even in heaviness. Yesterday, we gently acknowledged that growth often happens slowly and quietly. From that tender awareness, we take another small step today toward rediscovering the small joys that often get buried under heaviness. It's incredibly common to feel emotionally drained, even without one clear reason. The weight of responsibilities, constant noise, and a world that rarely pauses can dull our sense of joy. Days blend together, and even moments that used to lift our spirits feel muted. When emotional fatigue settles in, joy can seem distant, like something meant for a different season of life, not the one we're in right now. Into this quiet struggle, Mary offers a soft reminder through her Magnificat. Though her life was simple and filled with uncertainty, she found reasons to rejoice. Small signs of God's goodness woven into everyday life. As if Mother were gently pointing things out beside us, her prayer invites us to notice the subtle blessings that brighten our own days. A kind word, a warm cup, a moment of rest, a soft sound of laughter. Joy doesn't always arrive loudly. Often it tiptoes in through the simple and the small. So today's practice is simple but meaningful. Smile intentionally once today, even as softly. Not a forced performance, just a quiet reminder to your heart that joy is still possible. This small physical gesture opens a tiny window for light to slip in. It signals to your spirit, I'm willing to see goodness again. Sometimes joy needs only the smallest invitation to return. Lord, stir small sparks of joy within me. Help me recognize the gentle blessings you scatter through my day. Tomorrow, we look for hope in ordinary life. Yesterday, we gently turned our hearts toward the small joys that still flicker even in heavy seasons. From that renewed openness, we take another calm step today, learning to notice hope in the ordinary moments we usually rush past. It's easy to think hope only arrives in big breakthroughs or dramatic changes. When life feels repetitive or tiring, the routine can look like a gray wall blocking anything uplifting. Many people live with a quiet heaviness, waking up tired, going through tasks on autopilot, and wondering why their hearts feel flat. In the midst of this, hope can seem almost unreachable, something meant for more spiritual days, not the busy or draining ones we're living now. Yet Mary's simple life in Nazareth reminds us that God often works most powerfully in the ordinary. Scripture doesn't describe extraordinary events filling her daily routine. Instead, holiness grew in small habits, simple chores, and moments that looked unremarkable. As if Mother were gently pointing to the quiet corners of our day, her life invites us to see that God's presence doesn't wait for big moments. It's already woven into the familiar rhythms around us. Hope blooms there, quietly, like a small bud opening in morning light. So today's practice is very simple. Notice one ordinary moment, a scent, a sound, a gesture, and thank God for it. Maybe it's the warmth of a drink, the softness of a breeze, or a peaceful silence between tasks. Let that single moment become a reminder that your life is not empty of grace. You don't need to force anything. Just notice, breathe, and give thanks. Lord, open my eyes to your gentle hope. Help my heart recognize the quiet ways you stay near. Tomorrow, we gather strength for difficult days. Yesterday, we learned to notice hope in the small, ordinary moments of our day. From that softened awareness, we take another gentle step, seeking strength for the days that simply feel too heavy to carry alone. Everyone faces those difficult days, the ones where you wake already tired, where worries press in from every angle, or where sorrow sits quietly in your chest. Even small responsibilities can feel overwhelming when the heart is weary. Sometimes we wonder why we feel so drained, or why certain burdens linger longer than we expected. It's easy in those moments to think we're failing spiritually, when in truth, we're simply human and in need of grace. In these tender places, Mary offers us a compassionate light. Scripture tells us she stood at the foot of the cross, not running from pain, not pretending it didn't hurt, but remaining present in steadfast love. Her strength wasn't loud or forceful. It was the kind that stays when everything else breaks apart. As if Mother were quietly reminding us, her example shows that God stands with us in sorrow, not after it has passed. Even in moments of deep heaviness, we are not abandoned. God's presence holds us gently, just as Mary remained beside her son. Today's practice is simple and healing. Place your hand on your heart for 5 slow breaths. Feel the warmth of your own touch, the rise and fall of your chest. Let it remind you that your heart is still beating, still trying, still held by God. This small act reconnects your body and spirit, offering a moment of steadiness in the middle of strain. Lord, strengthen me gently when I feel worn. Help me find rest in your steady compassion. Compassion takes center stage in our next step. Yesterday, we reached for strength on the days that feel too heavy to carry. From that tender place, we take another small step toward compassion, the kind that doesn't shout or shine but heals quietly. Many people today feel unseen, unheard, or brushed aside. We move so quickly through our routines that we sometimes forget how starved the human heart can be for simple kindness. Even we ourselves may feel disconnected, longing for someone to pause, look into our eyes, and truly listen. In times of stress or fatigue, compassion can feel like something extra, one more thing to give when we already feel empty. But in reality, compassion often begins with the smallest gestures that require presence more than energy. In Scripture, Mary's compassion is shown not only in great moments, but in quiet companionship. She visits Elizabeth not to impress, but simply to be present. She stands beside others when it matters, at joyful moments and painful ones alike. As if Mother were gently guiding us, her example reminds us that compassion is not measured by grand acts. It is measured by the attention we offer, the patience we show, the way we soften our tone, or pause long enough to truly see another person. So today's practice is simple and doable. Give one person your full attention for a brief moment. It might be during a conversation, a greeting, or a small exchange. Put aside distractions for just that moment. Listen not to respond, but to understand. This single act of presence can lift another's spirit more than you realize, and it nourishes your own heart as well. Lord, help me offer gentle compassion wherever I go. Teach me to be a calming presence in the lives I touch today. Tomorrow, we anchor ourselves in your peace. Yesterday, we practiced offering small gestures of compassion, recognizing how healing simple presence can be. From that softened heart, we take another gentle step, learning how to anchor ourselves in God's peace when inner storms begin to rise. We all know what those storms feel like. A sudden worry, a difficult conversation, a disappointment we didn't expect. Sometimes the storm isn't loud. It's a quiet unrest beneath the surface. Our minds churn through possibilities, our bodies tighten, and peace feels distant. Emotional storms don't wait for convenient moments. They can appear in the middle of a busy day, during a commute, or even when we're trying to rest. When this happens, it's easy to feel unsteady, as if everything inside us is shifting at once. In these fragile moments, Mary's trust becomes a gentle guide. Throughout her life, from Nazareth to Bethlehem to the foot of the cross, she faced uncertainty, fear, and deep sorrow. Yet Scripture shows her holding on to God with a steady, trusting heart. Her peace wasn't drawn from perfect circumstances, but from confidence in God's love. As if Mother were quietly resting a hand on our shoulder, her example reminds us that peace isn't the absence of storms, it's the anchor that keeps us grounded within them. So today's simple practice is this. At midday, pause for a moment and repeat slowly, "Lord, you are my peace." Let the words settle into your breath and your body. Allow them to remind you that you are held even when you feel shaken. This small habit becomes a spiritual anchor, a way to return to God's presence right in the middle of your day. Lord, calm my storms and anchor my soul in you. Help me find stillness in your steady love. Tomorrow, we begin the gentle journey of forgiveness. Yesterday, we asked the Lord to calm our inner storms and anchor our hearts in His peace. From that place of steadiness, we take another small but courageous step, beginning the gentle journey of forgiveness. Forgiveness is one of the hardest paths we walk. Many people carry quiet hurts they rarely name, words that stung, actions that disappointed, moments that left a shadow on the heart. Even when the wound seems small, it can sit within us for a long time, shaping our thoughts and tightening our spirit. Holding on to these hurts may feel like protection, but over time it quietly burdens the soul, stealing peace and draining emotional energy. And often, the hardest part isn't forgiving others, it's admitting that something inside us still aches. Into this tender place, Mary offers a compassionate invitation. Throughout Scripture, we see her embodying mercy, not in dramatic speeches, but in the tenderness of her presence. From Nazareth to Bethlehem to Calvary, she responded to pain with a heart that remained open rather than hardened. As if Mother were gently sitting beside us, her example reminds us that forgiveness doesn't begin with perfect strength. It begins with honesty. It begins with acknowledging that something within us needs healing and daring to take the smallest step toward release. So today's practice is simple and gentle. Pray briefly for the strength to forgive one small wound. It could be a recent irritation, a comment that lingered, or a memory that still stings. You don't need to feel forgiveness today. Just ask for the grace to want it. This tiny prayer loosens the soil around the wound, making space for healing to grow slowly and quietly. Lord, soften the places in me that resist healing. Grant me the courage to begin forgiving, even in small steps. Honest reflection leads us deeper tomorrow. Yesterday, we took the first gentle step toward forgiveness, trusting that even the smallest movement toward healing matters. From that tender beginning, we take another step today, one that invites us to be honest with ourselves and with God. So often, we carry emotions we never fully name. We push aside sadness because we should be stronger. We hide anger because it feels unspiritual. We ignore fear because we don't want to seem weak. But unspoken emotions don't disappear. They settle in the heart, quietly influencing our thoughts, habits, and even our prayer life. Many people feel restless or heavy without knowing why, simply because they've never taken a moment to say, "This hurt me," or "I'm overwhelmed," or "I'm afraid." Into this hidden struggle, Mary's example offers a path of gentle honesty. Throughout Scripture, she responds to God with a heart that is transparent and sincere. At the Annunciation, she voices her confusion. At Cana, she expresses a need. At the cross, she stands without pretending the sorrow isn't real. As if Mother were sitting beside us, her life invites us to bring our whole selves before God, not the polished version, but the real one. Healing begins not with perfection, but with truth. So today's practice is simple and compassionate. Acknowledge one emotion you're carrying without judging it. It might be frustration, loneliness, worry, or even joy that feels fragile. Just name it quietly in your heart. You don't need to fix it or explain it. Simply let your soul speak honestly. This small act opens the door for God's healing presence to enter the places we often keep closed. Lord, meet me in my honesty and bring peace. Teach me to trust that your love holds even the parts of me I find difficult. Tomorrow, we explore the freedom found in letting go. Yesterday, we took a gentle step toward healing by naming honestly what lives in our hearts. From that place of truth, we take another step today, a step that invites release, not through force, but through quiet trust. Many of us hold on tightly to things that weigh us down, regrets we wish we could rewrite, expectations we fail to meet, worries about tomorrow, or even responsibilities that exceed our strength. We cling to them because letting go feels like losing control or admitting we can't handle everything alone. Yet the tighter we grip these burdens, the heavier they feel, draining our peace and narrowing our ability to breathe freely. Mary's life offers a different rhythm. She lived with open hands, receiving what God gave, releasing what she could not hold, and trusting that grace would fill the spaces she left open. At the Annunciation, she surrendered her plans. At Bethlehem, she let go of comfort. In Egypt, she released certainty. At the cross, she placed her deepest sorrow into God's heart. Her journey shows that letting go is not weakness. It is a sacred way of making room for God's strength. So today, we practice this release in the simplest of ways. Close your eyes for a moment and exhale slowly, 3 times. With each breath out, imagine just one burden leaving your heart. You don't need to solve it or understand it. Just let your breath carry it gently into God's hands. This is not denial, it is trust. It is the quiet decision to stop carrying everything alone. Lord, free me from what keeps me heavy. Teach my heart to release gently so your grace may find space within me. Tomorrow, we notice your nearness in simple ways. Yesterday, we practiced letting go just enough for grace to enter the spaces we usually keep tightly closed. From that gentle release, we take the next small step, learning to notice the quiet ways God stays close, even when life feels crowded or heavy. Many of us long for clear signs of God's presence, especially when we're tired or overwhelmed. We want reassurance that He hasn't forgotten us, that our prayers aren't disappearing into silence. Yet, in the rush of daily life, we often overlook the subtle moments where His love quietly brushes against our day. A kindness offered, a breath of calm, a moment of clarity, a small strength we didn't expect. Scripture often reveals God arriving not with noise, but with gentleness. Think of the dawn, how it slips into the world without fanfare, gradually lighting everything it touches. Mary lived with this awareness. Her heart was trained to notice small things, the stirring of life within her, the whisper of hope in ordinary days, the quiet faithfulness of God in the routines of Nazareth. Her example invites us to pay attention not to the extraordinary, but to the softly sacred. So today, notice one gentle moment, a warm cup in your hands, a soft breeze, an unhurried conversation, or even a brief pause that gives you enough room to breathe again. When that moment arrives, stop for just a few seconds and acknowledge it. Let it be a reminder that God's nearness is often more tender than dramatic, more like a steady presence than a sudden sign. Lord, help me sense your nearness in my day. Open my heart to recognize the quiet ways you walk beside me. Gratitude carries us further tomorrow. Yesterday, we learned to notice the quiet ways God stays close, like soft light warming the edges of a weary heart. From that awareness, we take another gentle step, letting gratitude steady us when life feels scattered or overwhelming. Many of us carry days that feel rushed, cluttered, or emotionally thin. Responsibilities pile up, conversations blur together, and by evening, we're unsure what we even felt. In this scattered state, it's easy to focus on what went wrong, what we lacked, or how much we still haven't done. Our minds default to stress, replaying frustrations and magnifying small disappointments. And yet, even on the hardest days, there are small blessings woven quietly throughout. Blessings we often overlook because our hearts are too tired to notice them. Gratitude becomes the practice that brings us back to center. Scripture reminds us that Mary's heart overflowed with thanksgiving in her Magnificat, an expression of humility, trust, and awareness of God's goodness. Her gratitude did not come from a life free of uncertainty, but from a heart that chose to recognize God's presence even when the future was unknown. This humble openness invites us to do the same. Gratitude doesn't erase our struggles, but it gives the soul steadiness, like placing both feet firmly on the ground after wobbling. So today, let us practice this grounding simplicity. Before you go to bed tonight, pause for a moment and name 2 blessings from the day. They don't need to be dramatic. Maybe a moment of kindness, a bit of laughter, or a brief sense of peace. Let these small gifts remind you that God has been with you, even in ordinary or difficult moments. Lord, form a grateful heart within me. Help me remember your goodness, even when my day feels heavy or unclear. Tomorrow, we prepare to walk in lasting peace. Yesterday, we allowed gratitude to steady our hearts, remembering that even on difficult days, God's quiet goodness threads through our lives. From that place of gentle awareness, we take another step, one that invites us to walk, quite literally, in lasting peace. So often, our days rush ahead of us. We move quickly, think quickly, react quickly. Our minds jump from task to task, leaving our hearts tight and unsettled. Even when we want peace, we tend to outrun it. Many of us feel stretched thin, pulled between responsibilities, worries, and the need to appear strong. And it's in this restless pace that peace feels distant, as though it belongs to someone calmer or more put together. But the truth is simpler, softer. Peace grows slowly through small acts of trust repeated over time. Scripture shows Mary walking in this kind of trust, step by step, moment by moment, allowing God's presence to guide her rather than her fears. Her life didn't promise certainty or ease, but her heart remained rooted in faith. Her quiet steadiness offers us a gentle invitation to let each step become an act of trust rather than an attempt to control. Peace doesn't happen in grand gestures. It's cultivated through small, intentional pauses that anchor us again in God's nearness. Today, let that anchoring be simple and embodied. When you have a moment, walk slowly for 20 seconds, just 20, and imagine God walking beside you. Let the rhythm of your steps remind you that you are not moving through life alone. Allow your breath to settle, your shoulders to loosen, your thoughts to soften. Lord, let your peace grow in each step I take. Help me walk gently, trusting that you stay near even when my path feels uneven. Tomorrow, we complete our journey with hope. From yesterday's step, we learn to walk in peace, trusting that God stays close even when our path feels uneven. From there, we take another small step into the final reflection of this journey, a moment to gather everything we've practiced and carry it gently forward. Life doesn't suddenly become quiet just because we wish it to be. Noise returns, stress rises, and our hearts can drift back toward unease. Many of us feel this tug every day, the longing for calm paired with the reality of deadlines, expectations, and worries. But the past reflections have shown us something important. Peace is not found in perfect circumstances, but in simple choices made faithfully. Mary's life teaches this beautifully. Her days in Nazareth were ordinary, yet she lived them with steady trust. In Scripture, her heart is portrayed as attentive, reflective, open. She reminds us that holiness doesn't grow through dramatic moments, but through gentle fidelity. Small acts of surrender, gratitude, compassion, and hope repeated with love. As this series closes, let your heart rest in this truth. You already have what you need to walk in peace. Every moment you paused, breathed, prayed, or softened your heart has strengthened a habit that can continue beyond these reflections. Today's practice is simple. Choose one small step from this journey, perhaps a quiet breath, a slow prayer, a moment of gratitude, or a gentle release, and commit to carrying it into the coming week. Let it be your anchor, your reminder that God's presence is near in every season. Lord, help me persevere gently and stay close to your heart. Guide my steps so peace may grow in me day by day.